10 seconds and counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live and direct.
That way.
Welcome to another episode of In Your Lap. It's your hip hop culture specialist, Reign, and you know, my co-host,
ReMixx.
We in the building, waiting for our guests.
And while we doing that, I got some information I'd like to share with y'all with it being the 5th day of Hip Hop History Month. Do y'all know what the Hip Hop Declaration of Peace is? That is fulfilled of, I believe this, I ain't even gotta look, what is it, 18 principles that I stand very firmly on? Yep. And I believe this the third principle?
The third principle?
Yeah, where hip hop culture respects the laws and agreements of its culture, its country, its institutions, and those that it does business with. Hip hop does not irresponsibly break any laws. So with that being said, like I said, it's the 5th day of Hip Hop History Month. And it's a lot of, I'm gonna say, record-breaking things going on, taking place in your community and abroad. Like they got the Kyrie Irving is being boycotted from Nike.
Right.
You hip to that? Y'all
right.
hip to that?
I'm hip to that.
You hip to that?
I'm very hip to that. I'm so hip to that. I cannot wait until our guests get here. When our guests get here, you know, we'll open the door and let you in. We're glad you tuned in to a new series entitled Stranger Than Fiction.
Stranger Than Fiction.
Why? Because we can't make this up.
That's Stranger Than Fiction that Nike would drop Kyrie when they making all that money.
And what did Kyrie do?
He said he was a Jew. Stranger Than Fiction. I can't make this up.
It got to be more than that.
I mean,
I hope somebody can help us out with that.
It's like the Kanye West thing. It's like when the truth come out, when we've been lied to all this time, it make it hard for you to digest the truth.
True.
So Kanye was telling the world how he feels like the Jews is running the world. They run the media, they run the hip hop community, they run all the entertainment, he says.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
He said he ain't got a problem with the Jews, but this got to stop. Y'all can't run everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now Kyrie is running around saying Black Americans is the real Jews. Allegedly.
Right.
That's what he's saying. You know what I mean? They don't want Black America saying that.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's the truth.
And then,
from what I read,
there's many ways to look at it. Some people think it's simply an distraction from what's really going on because it jumped. I think basketball just wanted to get in on the views and get some more clicks and likes.
It just started. Basketball
to
just
me, it's
started.
Just that simple. They like, let's get one of our players to jump in on this wave of attention. When people just gonna share it, talk about it, Googling it, and you know, I'm gonna say it again, sharing and talking about it. It used to cost millions to get that type of movement in your product, let alone project. You know what I'm saying?
They picked the right one because he always doing something.
I'm being patient. Tonight, our special guest is K-Bay from Grind City from Pittsburgh, PA. And I came in to talk to her. It's been a few years. She's been on In Your Lap before. And, you know, ain't nothing new. Checking in. She's a hip hop culture specialist. And she's been doing it for a long time. So we will open the doors as soon as she gets here. I just want to make sure, you know what I mean, this all works out correctly. And then we'll do the edit. This will be live on YouTube for you to see, for you to share with others. And you got a couple minutes to go ahead and share with a friend right now. And now, I know if you go to In Your Lap on Facebook, INYOLAP, you'll see the Zoom link if you want to join in our conversation with K-Bay as we talk about Hip Hop History Month. The month of November is Hip Hop History Month, but you don't see it being celebrated. Then trust me, they're not a part of the culture. It's time to look at things for what they are. And I say that with respect because we talked about that when we was walking the other day, how hip hop is saying hip hop and being a backpacker became very corny based on strategic propaganda.
Right.
You know, and so when you say hip hop and everybody looking at you like, you just rap. We didn't want to talk about what's going on in the community, what's going on in the world. All they wanted to talk about was shooting and killing.
That's it.
Let me get to the point.
That ain't hip hop.
Right. So I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes. Let me see.
Out of the Declaration of Peace, we have 18 principles. The 9th principle states that May 3rd is Rap Music Day.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hoppers are encouraged to dedicate their time and talents to self-development and to service to their community. Every third week in May is Hip Hop Appreciation Week, HHAW. During this time, hip hoppers are encouraged to honor their ancestors, reflect upon the cultural contributions, and appreciate the elements and principles of hip hop culture. November is Hip Hop History Month. During this time, hip hoppers are encouraged to participate in the creating, learning, and honoring of the hip hop history and historical cultural contributors like KRS-One.
Right. And that's what Kanye West was. He was a hip hop culture specialist, and corporations, again, I love that one. They're encouraged to hire hip hop culture lead, the people who are aware of the culture. Corporations are encouraged to hire them. And so that's what Kanye West was. That's what a lot of what we're going to see is influencers. A lot of time people was endorsed by teams, but now we looking at influencers. We'll see these artists as faces of major movements and companies, but that's not really who you supporting. All right, give us a couple minutes and hopefully our guests will come in. If not, we're going to keep on with the discussion.
Straight in fiction.
What's going on? That will bring you closer to home. Working on policies that all get us wrong. Some stuff that bother you, they bother me too. We as a community gotta do what we do. Waiting on the outcome, give a strong shoot. Speak up, be heard. This is more than just words. It's a million people out here feeling just like you. We out here living our lives, doing the best we can. Still watching out for the land. We out here living our life, doing the best we can. While others don't give a damn.
Okay,
Yeah, that's rocking.
yeah, I liked it.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that? That's y'all.
That's the intro,
No, that's a song.
Because look, we've been on
That's a song.
we've been on all kinds of platforms. So, it was the time we was at the radio station. You got to have your intro, say, come in, smooth, set the atmosphere. All right. So I'm up in here. I'm checking everything.
Yeah, that's a whole
And
song.
what time? My guest should be here in a couple minutes. K-Bay
It says
on
they're
this
in the
show.
waiting room.
You're in the waiting room?
Yeah.
That's why I was looking over there. All right. Come on in. Come on in.
Admit them to the waiting room. You're now not in the lobby anymore.
What's up?
What's up?
What's
Hold
going
up.
on?
It's all good. Let me get my video right. It's picking up the wrong video. I don't know why it does that. Give me
Oh, you're
one second.
good. You're good. Technology at its best. This is why the spaceship is hovering. Hold on.
Man, what's up? Here we go. Let's do this one. Hey. Hey.
What it do? What it do?
Everything, baby. Does everything.
Okay.
Right. We hoovering over. Excited to see you. Is
I'm
it
excited
catching
to
up?
see you. Yeah, you should be there. You should see me. You can see me though, right?
Yeah, right. Definitely.
Right. It ain't catch
And
up
we
on
hear
the,
you on point.
It ain't. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, it's on a delay on the YouTube. Peace, my good people.
What's up?
Nothing but love.
Man, it's so exciting.
I'm super excited to see you guys. Last time we did an interview, it was audio, and I couldn't see your beautiful faces. So I'm super
Oh
excited to
man.
see you and see that you're doing well, especially you, Gypsy, because you my homie. Let's kill it,
Right.
homie. Let's kill it.
Right. We family.
Hey, Remix.
Ow!
Stoner Brother Records said,
They want another piece. They want another
look,
piece.
and then Elmo called in and was like,
Oh,
that
we
was
gotta
classic.
Yeah,
go to
well,
SoundCloud and
yeah,
pull
well,
that one up.
Oh,
I'm gonna make
I
sure I
still
put
got
that.
that jam. That was
yeah,
fun. That was fun.
that's classic.
What's
So
up?
what's
So
up?
that's on.
What y'all got for me today?
Well, we wanted to talk to you today, catch up on, things that's going on. We've come a long way. It's been everything since you visited the Cuddle Up and got to hear my little Grammy
Wow.
story and, give me that attention that I needed. I really appreciated and respected it. We was in Youngstown, Ohio. You know how it is. You just growing and you pressing on. And
Yeah, then we came down Atlanta and turned it out.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
we did.
right.
And we
Oh,
still here. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yeah,
yes. We
yeah.
came down Atlanta and turned it out. Now it's your turn. Y'all got to come see me now.
And that's right. And we should be able to, especially when we come, to the Midwest. When we go to Ohio, I always say you need to go to Pittsburgh to
Okay.
go see
Oh,
Kevin.
you got to come up here and mess with me so I can
Now,
interview y'all my way. But what's up?
it's a pleasure to see your dream manifest. It's awesome that we're able to, scroll past every now and then. Don't do a lot of social media, but see you go from a dream, driving in your car, hitting spots, supporting everybody from politicians to neighborhood stores to definitely the artists. I was just gonna leave them out because you bigger than that right now. And so tell us about Grind City TV. Tell
Oh,
us,
wow.
that's a broad question as far as everything you were doing. You've been doing this for a while, bringing the media into one spot. That was your vision, to see it manifest, to see the platforms be created for us, right? Because people think this for them, but this for us, right? You know what I'm saying? And so, hey, all
Well,
right.
Grand City TV is an extension of my first company, which was JPB TV.
Right.
I did JPB for 20 years, and then I got a building that I'm sitting in now. And when I got this building, I had to rebrand a few things. One of them was my company, and the other one was myself. What I realized when doing business with JPB was I was doing this business. The more I
Right.
develop in this building, I'm doing this business. And
Mhm.
I had to realize, as much as I want to show all of this love, the more that you climb up in your career, your time factor changes, and you can't afford to give people the same attention as you was giving them before. So they take it as you don't love them the same. Untrue. I'm just busier.
Right.
Um, so when I started to develop what is Grind City, the building, I realized I needed to change the brand on the television. And then I had to change some of what I was doing. So with Grind City TV, the whole idea was not to simply just be a duplicate of JPB TV, which was this online website thing. You
Mhm.
couldn't get it on your phone pretty good. It was just,
Right.
developing media
Right.
let's go into a Roku channel. Let's get on a platform that reaches the world in a different way than the platforms that we're used to using. Let's get on a platform where I am investing my finance into my channel and my media. And still, for the first 2.5 years, way up until the day before yesterday, I was still showing love on this channel. I had up to 25 producers from all over the country on this channel. And
Mhm.
what I discovered very recently was, as much as I thought I had changed the way that I was doing business, I had not. And so I was still being taken very much for granted in the business that I was doing. So what
Did
I
you say?
decided,
Did you say just day before yesterday you found
yes,
this
sir.
out?
No, just day before yesterday, I decided to change it.
Okay.
Okay.
I knew
Okay.
what was going on, but I was hoping if I continued to do the grind that I had been putting forward, that people would change. And what I realized was it wasn't people that had to change, it was me. Get it together, Buttons. It's this game is not about love. It's about business first. And if they love you, they'll still be there. So
Right.
when I looked at the producers that I had and the things that I was requesting of them, which is not very much, I said, you know what? I am not a money motivated person. And I think that's why I've always moved with love first. But I am
Mhm.
fat and I like to eat. So
Okay.
I need to eat now. So let me get these folks, these other fat people who are eating and not contributing to my plate while I'm losing weight, to drop some of this extra poundage. Is why I go to the gym to drop it off me and discipline me.
Right.
I had to apply that same mindset to my company in order to move forward. So one thing that I've always wanted to specialize in is the underserved. And so when I began to re-examine and re-research the field that I'm in for independent media,
Uh-huh.
I found that the one group of people that I have not really served the way I wanted to, and who are completely underserved, are the independent filmmakers. And with that process, I wanted to develop a TV streaming media where we can help these filmmakers sell their movies where they won't have to reduce their films down to a YouTube or a Vima standard. You can't be too
Right.
woke. You can't be too this. You can't. I don't have those issues. You could be whatever you want, as long as you ain't worshiping Satan and killing women or something extreme. I'm all
Right.
right with it.
That was my next question. What we deal it with in the culture. There's subcultures, right? All kind of stuff going on. And when we used to do the radio station, the main thing these artists, I shouldn't say these artists, but the main thing recording artists would ask is, can we swear?
Be careful.
Is it
Yep.
okay to test which, it wasn't really which version to bring, the edited or unedited. It was straight up, can I please say a bad word? And it's like, I was going to ask you, do you still have that open platform for whatever is whatever, however?
I do, but it's a little different. So I used to, when I first started media, my first TV show was called The Ripple Effect, and you could not curse on that show. You just could not. And I kept that standard for a better part of 7 years until I started throwing live shows at venues. With my platform now, yes, it is an open platform, but I am now more picky of who I allow to use it. Before it was open to almost anyone who was a content or intellectual property creator was available to them if they wanted to do the commitment. What I found was people were signing a commitment, but they weren't completing the action. So
Right,
now it's a whole different ball game because now it's not about me putting your show on there in rotation. I got rid of the rotation. They're on demand list. People want to pick and choose what they want to watch when they want to watch it. So I try to bring back the old mindset of TV, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. I tried it; it didn't work. Let's get into this streaming. Let's get into this streaming business and continue to grow that way. So I do still have 6 producers from 4 different regions in the country. And we're
mhm,
going to push them the way that we've been pushing them. We're just going to redesign our company as far as how we present ourselves. So now we're presenting as regions: GCTV South, GCTV North, East, and West. So we'll present in those region type ways and also promote that way. But my main focus now will be on the independent filmmakers, free and paid, and start trying to find a way for them to get more than zero point 0.1 cent on every million viewers that they get.
right. Making a better, more platform where they can play more of a role in it. So with that being said, what are some of your difficulties? Is there any you want to share? And then you run into now, I'm talking about technically. I'm talking about fitness.
I
I'm
think that
talking about, I'm staying up here with, because it's so many ways to bring technology to the forefront. It's a lot of choices.
I, I
So
think the biggest challenge in this field is the fact that technology changes every day. So as soon as you think you've caught up, like I used to live stream my shows when I threw them at the Shadow Lounge at the venue. I was live streaming them to my website. And when I finally figured it out and I had it perfect and yeah, I got the building, it's good to go. Facebook came out with just hit your button from your toilet and you'll be live.
Right.
I done bought all these cameras. I done spent all this money. I done did all this
Right.
stuff.
Oh,
Girl, you
oh,
say hit the
oh,
button?
Hey,
Are you
oh,
serious?
you know we know.
oh,
You know we
see,
know.
Yes,
We went
yes.
to live before live was live. You know what I'm
we
talking about?
was using Ustream TV, and it was, I mean, we
It was
was doing,
popping.
we was going
I used to
on
be
over
on
on
there
location,
too.
and Ustream said, hey, check this out. Do me a favor. Take all them videos you got, shoot them over there to YouTube. We done made it connect with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. So like, okay, because look, this is getting too heavy. You know,
Right.
this is what's going on.
Right.
So we shot all our videos over to YouTube. So we got like over 100 interviews, you know, shows, everything we was doing throughout the years, all stored on YouTube with like 1 and 2 views. Now, this was before tagging, right? So then we went, we shot our videos over there, but we were still using Ustream. And then what came next? Google, which I
Hangout.
love, the
Hangout.
Google Plus Hangout.
Yeah, that was dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that was my
Yeah.
favorite right
We killed
there.
that.
And so what happened? YouTube and Google got married.
Got married.
They get rid of Hangout. Hangout is there.
It's there.
They
You
got
still
meeting
find it.
now. Meeting is dope.
Right, meeting is dope, you know, and Zoom is dope. Zoom is dope. So we on Zoom, and then we left TV all the way, went to audio only, right?
I seen that.
Yeah, we was at the radio station, Highly Unique Radio. Shout out to them. We'll be revisiting that quarter, you know, and doing a couple shows live.
What's
from
up,
Miami.
Rich?
Right,
Huh?
right. So anyway, back to you. Just sharing the experience is real. The technology was changing on us like this. Boom, boom,
We
boom.
still stuck with it.
Facebook now, like you
Well,
know.
The other thing that I wanted to add to this conversation is ownership. I've been extremely vocal about ownership because these technologies change so much. So although I brought out the equipment and Facebook did what they did, when I plugged in a program that I learned, I can use what I have. I didn't have to buy anything else because I own these things. And so I said, well, let me invest and buy a network because I can stream straight to my channel, live video, if I'm in the street, if I'm in the studio. So that ownership allows you to stay in your lane for at least a good 7 to 10 year period, even though technology is changing. That way you can learn a new technology, see if it's something you need to incorporate now, or can you ride your wave and keep learning what's coming up next and then buy. So I became smarter with my finance and just learned my lane, and that's where we are right now.
All right. So tell us how to, if I don't know anything about Grind City TV, how do I get to it? You know, in layman's terms.
So there are 3 ways to watch Grind City TV. I want to warn, well, not warn, but just advise everybody that the website and the channel is going through an upgrade at this moment. It should be complete by the end of the week, next week. So you can still watch Grind City TV. But when you get there, you can go to your Roku television, type in Grind City TV Network.
Okay. I need
Type
to.
that in. You can go to you can go to Google Play and download the app Grind City TV, or you can simply watch on grindcity.biz. Now, in the future, I'm going to get the iPhone app, you guys. Stop it. Leave me alone. I'm going to spend the money. I'm going to get it. You can literally just type it in on your browser on your iPhone, but y'all kind of spoiled, so I'm going to get it. And then the other thing is just being sure that when you get there, it's going to look a little different than it had been because I already condensed to those 4 corners. So you're going to see a little less work, but as I develop these website to the paid version, you'll be able to see free movies, and then you'll be able to watch paid, and they will be all independent filmmakers, all of them. One thing, I stay in my lane. I love independent. I've not chased the industry. Not one time. I've had a few bump-ins in the industry. Oh, such and such gave you a shout out. But for the most part, my intentions have always been to move towards my independent, fellow independent intellectual property creators, and be sure that we provide a platform for them because no one did it for me.
Right. And that's true. All right. And so we half hour in, we're going to go a little deeper into the rabbit hole.
All right.
Got some questions for you.
Let me ask the question first.
Knock it out.
I independently be thinking, right?
And
And I want to know, as a hip hop culture specialist, I'm looking at and I'm listening to a hip hop culture explain how they got to where they at. Now, me personally, I want to know, have you obtained any awards, any attributes? Have anybody come to you and be like, hey, we like what you're doing in the community, man, here you go. You know what I mean? Has anybody did that? Because if not, I would like to tell you on the 5th day of Hip Hop History Month, from one hip hop culture specialist to another, man, we salute you straight up.
Right.
Straight
Well,
up.
I am grateful. I'm full of gratitude for that. I have not received an official award here. I did get something from the African American um, LGBTQ community, and at the time he's the mayor now, but I had got a citation from them. I knew the motive behind it, but I gratefully accepted it because I had never really gotten anything from the city of Pittsburgh or anywhere else. I give awards, honey. I don't get them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I did see your climb, though. I see you doing what we find rewarding.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
We find and that's teaching. You know,
Yes, ma'am.
you got opportunity to do that. Tell us about that experience.
Oh, it's amazing. I've been everything I do. I believe that I'm teaching or learning or teaching. I'm a forever student, and whenever I learn something, I like to teach it. So my media journey began almost 30 years ago at a place called PCTV, which is public access community television here in Pittsburgh. I stayed there for about 7 years, and people were like, "Oh, you're here so much. I think you own PCTV." I said, "Hmm. If you think I own PCTV, maybe I should build my own TV," which I did. I left and I've done that, and just going around and learning and teaching and learning and teaching, doing teaching hip hop therapy. I've been teaching that for about 20 years. I was doing it at Children's Hospital. I was doing it at the adult ward for the mentally disabled at McKeesport Behavioral Health. And then I got a call to teach as a subcontractor at PCTV about podcasting. So I took that, and I guess they liked it. And then next thing you know, I was being interviewed for director of media education at PCTV, where I currently work. Um, yes, ma'am. It's a beautiful experience. It's going to be something that I do, but not for very long, just because now it's more corporate and I'm free.
Right.
So I'm teaching as many as I can for the time that I'm there, how important we are to our media, that we need to create it, that we need to change the narrative of it. But at some point, I'm going to have to go back and create because it takes a lot of my time away from my free spirit and the way that I operate. My spirit's not doing so very well with that. So I have to adjust again. So, but it's a blessing to
Right.
have the opportunity, and I'm truly grateful to be able to share my knowledge at a place where I began.
Right. And you've been giving back to the community. So as you can see behind me, the door is shut. We're gonna have that conversation of trying to get in. We're gonna go a little deeper into the hip hop culture today. Do you still consider Grind City TV to be a hip hop station?
No, but I am a hip hopper for life. I
Right.
am a media platform and outlet for independent intellectual content creators and entrepreneurs.
Great. And the hip hop culture has been misplaced, displaced, replaced. And so I was curious to know what we've been asking a lot of people this week, yay or nay? Meaning
Neutral.
neutral. Let's talk
Neutral.
about, there's so many ways to look at it. You know what I'm saying? As far as the stands to take, because overall it is a distraction. But since we got our stuff together, we ate this evening, we're dressed, we're presentable, and it's not distracting. We're gonna have a conversation about it. Kanye's message, do you feel like it's a distraction or there's really a movement? Speaking from what they call it, conspiracy theorists, a lot of people like they're just distracting our people. Don't look at that stuff. Or do you think there's a real message behind this hip hop artist that's ours? This is our hip hop. This is Kanye West, now known as Ye.
First of all, I believe that it really is going to depend on the individuals and how they think individually. If you are not woke, you may feed into what the mainstream media are feeding you. Personally, I think that Kanye is a genius and halfway insane because you have to be both to be either or.
Right.
And I
Thin line.
think that he has so many messages that he is trying to deliver at one time that they are confusing to people because they don't know how to decode. He has shown us that you can do everything your oppressor thinks you can do to be next to him and still not be enough.
Mhm.
That's what he's showing. Other than that, I'm not even going to attempt to decode the things that he does or come out of his mouth
Right.
because that's not my place. My place
Right.
is either A, pay attention to it, or B, not. What I've decided to do is again be neutral because I see what he's saying on some things. Some things I may even apply to my thought, and some things I just can't get with. But as mortal people, we all have that higher self and lower self, and we all have an opportunity to take what we need from what the information has been presented to us and do a little bit of homework. Find your truth.
Mhm.
See, that was me. Elementary school. I wasn't soaking all that in. She was telling us in that class. I got to go find out myself. Mom, is 5 times 3 really 15? Because I ain't got enough hands to do it myself. But I'm going to try. I get 5 times 2 is 10. Now, I ain't going to think it's right. I'm going to go find out for sure. Some stuff you got to do your own homework on. Don't just go off of, Tyrone said 5 times. Look, Tyrone said 5 times 15. 17.
I think
That's wrong.
really
Can't do that.
the main issue, in my opinion, with hip hop and with our people in the United States of America comes down to one word: nationality. We have not been able to proclaim our nationality in this country because, real talk, we just don't know what it is. They have confused our history so much that a lot of people just do not know what that means and what it is. So you can't worship your vine and fig tree if you don't know which one it is. And we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to decode, but it's a very simple thing when you really look at it. Every person in this country is connected to a piece of land. So when they say Africa, that is a piece of land, but you're connected to a piece of land and the tribe of that land.
Mhm.
So we have to find out where our tribes are. And I think what a lot of people forget is their original map, which is the one where there
Right.
was a Northwest Africa. And when you really examine what Northwest Africa is, you're talking about North America. So there's a lot of conversations that they don't want to have. They're taking it back, and I feel them and I understand it. It makes sense, but they still have not addressed the word for the country that we're in right now in the times, and that word is nationality. If you study Marcus Garvey, he was trying to tell us about nationality. That's why they deported him, because you are not allowed as a foreigner to tell natives about their nationality in this country.
Right.
Right.
And that was
So
the best person to tell us was like Jamaicans would always tell me the calendar that you're going off is not the right calendar. You know, they used to tell me that young all the time, trying to school me on different things that we were being deceived on here.
but they can only say so much because what they're trying to tell us is their culture, because they understand nationality, but
Mhm.
they can only say so much because they aren't us. They have their nationality.
They do.
We
That's
don't, we
true.
do not. So that's where the problem comes in. So we're trying to connect to the Hebrews but we don't have our nationality. They purposely made sure that they stripped that particular thing. Everything else in slavery we could overcome except for not knowing our nationality. They purposely strip that and they continue to do it. So that's why people see hip hop as a distraction, because it's the most powerful communication tool that our young people, that our people have, media and hip hop. So I always tell everybody, if Harriet Tubman had hip hop, that's why they're always decoding hip hop. Well, this means that, and that means this, and this means, because, and it takes them a while to decode it. The problem is now in the hip hop, we're saying the same thing over and over and over. So it's easier for them to decode it. But back in the day, they could not decode hip hop that fast. It took them, what, 11 years to decode NWA?
Mm-hmm.
They still ain't done decode in Public Enemy. They still don't know what the hell they was talking about. Like, we think they don't know. So when we talk about hip hop as a culture, I'm disappointed. But I understand, because the babies can only repeat what they comprehend. And we've been feeding them a lot of junk. And not us personally, but the media industry has purposely been feeding them a lot of junk. Is why I feel it's very important that I teach media, so they know, especially the babies know, you guys change the narrative every 3 seconds. Pull your pants down. Everybody pulls their pants down. Pull your pants up and see what occurs. Change the trend and watch growth begin.
Mm-hmm. Letting them know they got that power.
You have it. Everybody else is getting paid from their media narrative except for them.
And that's the fifth, one of the principles of the Declaration of Peace is, the fifth one is that we believe in hip hop culture, the right to define and educate ourselves is encouraged, developed, preserved, protected, and promoted as a means towards peace and prosperity, not money, but wealth, and knowledge.
You have to remember when that declaration was written, hip hop still was not seen as a major business industry. So we were able to write principles that meant something and stick to them, because we were still eating pieces and crumbs. But when they said, yo, ain't you tired of them little stale pieces of bread? Yeah, man, I want some shrimp. You want some shrimp? I want some shrimp. Man, I got 1 million pieces of shrimp over there if you just change this one word. A lot of us didn't go for it, and they called us the East Coasters. For a long time, we didn't go for it. Backpackers, right? But the gangsters, they greedy. We was greedy. Street runners, we was greedy. The street runners was greedy. What? You mean I ain't got to run the street and get shot at? All I got to do is take this word and move it over here, and I get shrimp and steak? Feed me. We got tired of struggle. And that's how they mess with our minds, because they say the American dream must be this way. I don't let anyone define my success for me. Because the moment that we do that, the moment that you get the power to tell me when I'm successful enough, puts a burden on me. And it's heavy. And you have to have enough determination to say, no, your burden and your expectations, I'm just going to sit that over there. Because I had a vision for what I wanted to do, and I'm sitting in it. So you can't tell me that I'm not successful. But when you're talking to young, hungry people that are looking at the glitter and the glam, it's easy to trap them. So although I'm disappointed with hip hop, I understand why it's going the way that it's going.
Right. So is there still an underground scene you feel like ourselves?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There'll always be an underground scene. Always. I think it's still very much divided though, because when people say underground, they think automatically, well, that's where the killers dwell. We the cellar dwellers down here. Not necessarily. And we have to be willing to say, if this is going to be underground hip hop, I think we need to be more powerful when we are saying hip hop, because there are different genres of hip hop now. Remember, we used to just have hip hop. Now they got trip hop, they got kick hop and tip top, kill cop top. It's all these different genres. So I'm hip hop. I'm not rap hop. I'm not that. I'm not what people are seeing in the media right now. That's not hip hop to me. It's a form of it. It's a subdomain of it. I don't practice that subdomain. I practice the original folder. Keep me in the original folder.
We on the block. That's just a cul-de-sac. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
I remember listening to a story of one of the hip hop pioneers, the East Coast claims to have started it. And, other people say it was here, there. But regardless, one of the MCs, older guy, he explained his hip hop story and how they began to rap. Well, first it was the DJ, and they started rapping, not describing how hip hop came to be, but just explaining this guy's story without saying his name, getting to the point. At the end of his story, he ran into violence. He ran into, I don't even want to break it down to jealousy and all the reasons that the violence came into the community. And this was before they was getting money. Let me ask you, in Grind City and JPB TV, and what we see today with Rest in Peace Takeoff, and what happened in Amigos, and the different deaths we see at some great artists, has this violence ever affected your business?
No,
And
because I won't allow it to. No. First of all, if anybody knows me, they know I've been stopped the violence since I opened my mouth on this microphone. See, I understand this responsibility. I didn't have to change to, oh, well, maybe I should stop now and be peaceful. I have always been peaceful. Now I'll cuss you the F out. Don't get it twisted. But I've always been peaceful. From the minute I touched this, I realized that this was a precious, precious jewel. The minute you get someone's attention, that is powerful. Do not take it for granted, right? So no, it has not affected me because I move. Although my building is static, I move. If some energy's coming up, I'm out. I don't have a problem. I just kicked 19 producers off my network in one day. I don't have a problem stopping pivot. I don't have a problem doing that for my safety and my sanity, and that's my safety. I don't have a problem pivoting. I think our problem with us as a whole is we have a problem pivoting. Stop the BS. Stop. We can stop it anytime we want to. And if their media doesn't want to cover the goodness, come see me. I got you.
Right. Right.
I got you.
Exactly. And I crown you for that, because that's always been your purpose.
Yes,
You'll always be your drive is to ownership for one. You stayed focused on it. You was one of the only entities I knew that actually took platforms like what was the one that was like Facebook, where you had your own followers and you literally built
JPB TV, and I'm going back to that. I'm actually going to have it where the site, when the site is done, when grindcity.biz is complete, you're going to have to subscribe in order to watch anything there. So you can be a free membership. There's some that'll be paid, and that'll be the ones you'll be able to watch the paid movies. But I'm going back to that because we need the community where we can speak freely about what we are thinking or what we are seeing, right? Everything. And if you don't agree, I don't care if you don't agree, as long as you're not disrespectful. That's the only thing I will not tolerate on my network. I will kick you off, whether you're commenting, whether you're a member, or whether you're a content provider. If you are disrespectful to my guests, or if my guests are disrespectful to you, I will monitor that and kick them off. So I think in our hunt to get rich, we're forgetting our responsibilities to each other. One thing that every last one of us are responsible for and have control over, if we have control over nothing else, is how we treat each other. We have control over that. That is our responsibility. And I think we've forgotten that in our quest to be the best. I'm not trying to be the best. I'm just trying to be the best me.
Right. So are you doing any hiring?
I got the producer.
What's up? Can I get a job?
Bring the producer in here.
For the viewers,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
say
give
this.
them all the info.
I'm gonna say this. Not at this time.
Never mind, y'all. Never mind.
My second goal was to be able to employ and pay my young people. That is my second goal. Those were my two goals: ownership and employ and play. And when I really sat back over the last couple of days and thought about my two goals, I said I can't reach goal number 2 if I'm doing goal number 1 wrong. I'm showing too much love here. I'm not eating. If I'm not eating, I can't feed no one else. So we're going to start off with these producers. We're going to start off with these independent filmmakers, see if we can get them eating. And if they eating, that means I'm getting a little bit. And if I'm getting a little bit, I have no problem sharing. Come on over here and work for this finance. It might be $5, $10, 20, 30, 40. Now you on salary. Run this part while I go over here, other part of the country, and get this part started. But it took me a long time to figure that out, because I had no help. I've been doing all this by myself.
And so we're actually interviewing you at a transition.
Yes, you are.
Wow, we always coming right on time.
Every time you get me, I'm transitioning. Like, you know what? Next time you ask me to interview, I'm gonna say, hold up, sis. Let me make sure I ain't got nothing ready to change. Every time. Every time y'all catch me. But the thing about the transition is, I still have 4,100 subscribers on my channel. I still have my studio. I still have content. There's content playing on my channel right now. I'm not
Right,
that
right.
crazy. So it's, yes, it's a transition, but it's not a downgrade. It's,
Right, because
we
you did
moving
good
on
business.
up.
You did
Right.
good business, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it's not
Yes,
like
ma'am.
everybody take all your stuff and get out of here and all that craziness. It's
No, I sent them a
professionally
nice
done.
message.
Quit blinking like that, cuz.
But
To whom it
I
may
am
concern.
definitely blessed to always reach out. You know, there are certain people that's just on my list, and you know, I am blessed to be, you know, a forerunner to get the news first type of vibe.
Yes,
Even
ma'am. These are exclusives. You get the exclusives.
right, even without the intention of it. So I really appreciate you sharing that truth because you know you didn't have to, right?
Yes, ma'am. I could have
Just
sat
share
here
with us
and talked the bull, but I
what
mean,
you
like
want.
when we look back at this interview in 5 or 6 years, and you say, "Well, what's going on?" and I'm like, "Yo, man, we grossing 1.2 in sales from these cats' movies." The transition will
Right.
make sense, you know.
It's a good idea, and then definitely we'll keep that under that connection that we do anyway. A lot of independent films in the ATL, a lot of independent films in
I'm still
Ohio.
taking podcasts. Don't get it twisted. I'm still taking podcasts.
You
Oh yeah,
already know.
I'm still coming for y'all. Don't get it twisted. I'm just
You
not doing
already
them the
know.
way that I was, and I'll explain that to you when we speak privately. I'll explain to you how the podcast section of it works.
Okay, cool. Because we just
Wow.
love doing it, and you know, like you said, people got their different paths, and we don't mind taking the spaceship up and hoovering over something different. We're very flexible, so as opposed to others who might have had an idea what they thought we was going to go be on BET,
Nah.
fooled you. You thought we was going to be on MTV, Real Love and Hip Hop and all that, you know.
You know,
Because
I have a
people
message
don't
for
know
those.
what's your success.
I have a message for those folks. BET started in somebody's basement.
Come on.
MTV started with one music video.
Come on.
All of these VH1, all these places, you know how they got so big? People supported them. So why not stop, pivot, do your homework, seeing who's putting out the positive vibe you say you want? Because see, you got to be real about what you say you want. Oh, we want hip hop to change, do you? Because soon as that gossip come up, y'all all on TikTok laughing. So do you really want it to change? Because if you do, I'm right here.
Right.
I'm right here. So if you want that, as units, we have to push and move as a unit. I'm right here. Come on over and see me.
And it's downloading to me now. Even great shows like Sesame Street started in Pittsburgh. Like, I'm serious. Like, Pittsburgh in that area is really a place, especially Youngstown, 40 minutes from where you are too, with the Warner Brothers film
Right.
and production, real studios. Unlike the ones in Atlanta that are for movies and stuff, but real studios that's putting out information is based right where you at. So that was a download. I just wanted to say. So big ups, and we, you know,
You say
I
that's
love
on,
y'all.
you say that's on the Roku app. That's an app available on my
All right,
Roku
so this
TV.
is how it works. This is how it
know
works.
that's
Yes.
on our TV.
Listen, if you
We
got
got
a
it.
Roku
Oh, this for
TV,
everybody. This for everybody.
if you have a Roku television, you go buy your TV at Walmart, it's a Roku TV. Go to search, type in Grind City TV Network. You will see my channel. Please add it and give us a high five. If you try to go to Roku on your phone, you will see the channel, but you won't be able to add it there. And there's a reason why. So Roku has 14,000 different channels, right? And we're blessed enough to have 4,100 people on our channel, but we're not ABC, BET, MTV yet. So we don't qualify to be on the Roku app, but we're on the Roku network.
Right.
So you go to your Roku channel right there, type in Grind City TV
There you
Network.
go.
Yeah, right there. You're gonna see a logo that looks like that, but it's black and gold. Click
That's
on
it.
that. That's me right there. That's it right there.
Coming on.
That's it
coming
right
on.
there.
That's it right there.
Right
All right.
there.
If you hit
Yeah,
the play
wait.
up in the corner there. Now what we're doing, instead of having a rotation plan, if you hit play up in the corner there, you'll see the digital billboard. That is for promotion. People who want to promote with us, it plays 24 hours. It's on an hour rotation. That used to be my 24-hour rotation with my producers. They had times slots. Monday at 2. Y'all seen the commercials? But now that's my digital billboard, and you can go back out to the on-demand list, and you'll see how I have it cornered off. And soon you'll be able to see the free movies on the channel and the paid movies on the net.
And we did do season 5 in your lap on JPBT TV.
Yes, you did.
So, right, let's make sure that we put that into this slot.
Part of the network. We
We
fam.
forgot.
We fam.
In case we forgot. But
Y'all
We failed.
yeah, you gave us a home when we first moved
Hey,
to
Remix, give me
Atlanta.
16. Remix, let me get 16. Remix.
Yeah. Down and out, I never knew it could be so fly. Everybody want to be like me. Down and out here, nigga never knew it could be. I'm so fly. Everybody they see me walk standing tall. I'm a grown man now. When I was little, doing bad things, but look at me now. Mama said, "Ooh wee, I'm proud of my child." Now I got my own seeds. I'm a hell of a cow. Kill it. I'm a hell of a cow.
Oh,
They in
all right.
there.
I
Yeah.
eat meat. You can be a cow, bro. You ain't in
Cash
danger over
cow.
here. I'm a vegetarian. I'm a
Cash
vegetarian.
Cash cow. Cash cow.
Anybody did it
cow.
in a long time. I'm on some 16.
Right,
That's fine.
right.
You can act
That's fine.
16 every time I break you off. I got you.
I love
So,
it, bro.
Button pusher.
So
Yes,
we
sir.
definitely hip hop culture specialists, the 10th principle. Hip hoppers are encouraged to build meaningful and lasting relationships that rest upon love, trust, equality, and respect. Hip hoppers are encouraged to not to cheat, abuse, or deceive their friends. And you definitely a friend of Reign ReMixx. I'm gonna definitely put links to our old show under this one on YouTube because
Yes.
our main goal in your lap is keeping history. And that's important to me.
That's our friend.
It's more important than
That's our friend.
making that advertisement money. You know what I'm saying?
That button pusher our friend.
Right. I first saw the button
What's
pusher.
that?
I ain't got no hair now. I'm all here.
Facebook, just to name the button pusher. I was like, oh, I gotta have that in my world. The button pusher. You know, that's Facebook, you know, when we first start using and getting into it really, you know, now you see the names, what catch your eye, you know, what's resonating with you.
Make you
And so I
think or
started
make you
to
drink.
watch. And here we are today. You know what I'm saying? Nurturing.
I'll be right back. I
We
got something
nurturing
for
a
you.
lasting
I got something for
relationship, okay?
Yes. Hey, you know, like I say, button pushing, make you think or make you drink. Which one? Pick your poison. I'd rather think.
I remember Remix used to always say it wrong, backwards, every time
Push
on
button.
air. People are like, get it right, man.
Push
Get it
button.
right. Jelly peanut butter, jelly
Yes,
peanut butter.
yes. That's why I had to start being like, it's jelly peanut butter, y'all. Just pressing buttons. Hey, I don't be playing about my brand. See, that's that JPB. That's
Okay.
that Grind City. I don't play.
Okay.
I don't play about
And
my
as a
brand.
special gift, our company in your lap is definitely sending you an embroidered file of your logo like we promised, because we're going to start really moving into that. So that is still coming your way, you know, as a special donation to your
See my
company.
dance, you see it.
Right, right.
This is when you get 50. This is how you dance.
Oh, well then I got it then. I got it then.
Yeah, I had to train you. Ooh, shucks.
Have you ever had my sauce?
I have not.
Oh,
I
I'll
need
make sure
some.
this shirt, this bottle sits right here. Gypsy Reign's gonna get your information. She's gonna tell me about your coordinates. I'm gonna get that box straight to your crib.
I appreciate you, man. I love it.
That's
Thank
for
you so much.
that's for when what it is you do at that job.
She like to eat.
What's the name? What's your title? What's your title?
Director of Media Education.
That's for being the best director of education. You know what I'm saying? For Grind City TV, because you're gonna take everything you learn, everything you can develop and bring it with you. Like the thing said, hip hoppers are encouraged to build meaningful and lasting relationships. That's what you're doing. That's what you did. We done met you, I feel like 2009 or something.
And let me add, not only was we on her channel, she was also one of our first merchandising customers, because little
I got my shirt from you.
Right.
Them shirts.
JPB shirts from you.
Right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So
I smushing them.
we the real thing. We them day oneers. We the real thing, and we really appreciate you sitting with us for this good hour in your very busy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I had like 5 meetings today, but I couldn't wait for this one. I was excited about this interview, man. I just miss your energy, man. You're beautiful people. Thank you so much for staying true to the culture. You're definitely needed out here and appreciated. Much gratitude for just spending this time with me and just remembering me. Every time you turn around, you guys remember me. It's special to me. That is special to me, and I never forget that. Never.
Okay, no problem. We appreciate it. It's the series, episode number 1 of Stranger Than Fiction, because we can't make it up. We live in it.
Okay.
It's happening. We appreciate you. We old school as ever. Do you got any shout outs? Anybody you want to show love to before we close up the show today?
First of all, I can't make a move without my God. So I have to say Ashe to my God, Allah. Thank you. I'm full of gratitude for everything that you've allowed me to do. Um, 1 year ago I had a 19-pound tumor removed from my body. I'm still here. I'm blessed. Shout out to you guys, always being fresh and powerful. Shout out to my entire network, whether you're here with me now still or not, because you did represent the way you represented, and I appreciate you. I didn't get those many subscribers on my channel without you. So thank you very, very much. Shout out to people I have not worked with yet, haven't even met yet, but you're coming. I feel you. Let's get to work. Let's get busy. Shout out to my wife always because she kept me balanced because I'm a psycho.
That thin line between that genius.
I'm close to Kanye status, y'all. Close to Kanye. And then shout out to my babies, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. Please, please, please find a way to communicate what's going on in your hearts and minds. Keep your hearts and minds pure with love, y'all. You got to find a way back to love. And if you don't know what that is, come see me. I'll give you a hug. I'll show you what it's like. But you have to find your way back to love, babies. Please.
All right. Really appreciate you.
Don't want it. This K Bay, brother JPB, now Grind City, y'all want it? You watch it or you hate it. Debating or straight faking. Don't matter to me, don't bother me either. Or the Mr. is to make it. That paper, hand to hand, bring it back here to the lab and invest it all in me. Cause on some real, y'all's all I have. Vision, keep it to myself. Explore ways of building up my network. First one to alert, me, strip small chunks type, get it from the dirt. And I make funk, what? Don't get your feelings hurt. Buttons, yeah, make the beats jump. And I don't do work with no chumps, only real ones with me. Rise up with the Grind CD, and we'll put you on the TV. We rep Indie Nation, near or far, so holler when you see me. Peace, y'all.
Peace and love. That's God. Y'all two have not changed. Both of y'all always drop a 16 on me.
That's hip hop. You said hip hop. That's hip hop.
Exactly.
Show us why you won that Grammy.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Peace and love.
Blessings, y'all.
Wow.
Bars.
Right. So I'm looking for my YouTube. That's the night show. First episode of Stranger Than Fiction. We really, really enjoyed interviewing with K-Bay. And y'all know what it is. We out of here.
What's going on? In your lap, don't bring it closer to home. Fronting on policies that all dead wrong. Some stuff that bother you, they bother me too. We as a community gotta do what we do. Waiting on the outcome, yeah, what's wrong with you? Speak up, we heard. This is more than just words. It's a million people out here feel just like you. Now we're living our life the best we can. Still watching out for the man. We out here living our life the best we can. While others don't give a damn.
It was an awesome show. Be sure to tune in next time, or you're gonna miss it.